Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So before I get into today's video, I wanted to show you a happy mail that I got, and it is from South Africa, from George, and it's from Karen Warnaker. So what had happened is I watched a live of Karen's, and in her live she made this beautiful metal tape candle holder, and I believe she said she got the candle holder from a thrift store, and then she covered it and she showed us how to do this. And then well, I was the lucky one to win this, and she had to post it to me. So if you haven't gone and checked Karen Warnaker's channel, please go ahead and do so. She is an amazing metal tape artist living here in South Africa, and she has lots and lots of tutorials. So I will link her channel below, and please can pop on by and you can go and see her work and follow her tutorials, and it'll give you a completely different spin to your junk journals. Okay, so this is what Karen was supposed to send to me, but this is what Karen sent to me along with that. Okay, and I was squealing with joy when I saw it. So she had wrapped it up with white kind of twine, and she had couriered it to me, and I can imagine how expensive that was. So Karen, thank you for that. And then this was on top of the package, and I don't have the package in order because I know what's in here now, because I finished, look at it, squealed and was overjoyed. But this is what came on top of the package, so it was wrapped up really nicely. And then I'm going to leave the package to the side over here, because this is what this was wrapped in, because that I believe is ceramic or something like that, and it was wrapped in this absolutely gorgeous hand embroidered apron. Okay, and you can bet your bottom dollar that I will be using this apron in my journals. I'm thinking spring journal. So yes, thank you, Karen. Oh, I don't know, yeah, maybe spring. Oh, but right now the kit that I'm working on, which is my Easter kit, also has these colors. So I'm not sure, but I think I might use it for a spring journal. So it wasn't that just beautiful. And then this is part of her metal tape. So she sent me 6 different flowers that she had used metal, I think it's die cuts, but I don't want to take too much away from her tutorials. Die cuts, or well, she uses various different media, and then she went over it with a paper stump, and it created these beautiful embossed raised flowers. And I will be using this in a future video where I'm going to show you what you can do with something like this. But really, I'm not the expert. Please go and check Karen out. She is amazing. And then when we met in person at the beginning of the year, Karen actually gave me this, and I've had it over here for so long, just on my desk. That's why it's still in plastic, on my desk, hanging there on my desk, because I work from home, and I never did show anyone what it was. So Karen, this is what I received from Karen when we met in person in January, and it is beautiful. Then look at this. Look at how gorgeous and dainty these are. These are 2 doilies with the most amazing hand crocheted borders. Simply stunning. And it's like kind of a linen, the material. So I love that. I'm not sure whether I want to include it in my journal or put it in like embroidery hoops, but then I will lose that, or frame it in something round. I'll have to see. I don't know. And then look at this heart. This is definitely going on my wall. It is a heart with some tulle on it and some embroidery work on it. Simply stunning with such gorgeous lace. And then look at this beautiful pastel trim. I can't get the name for it right now, but you know, you'll find it on curtains and stuff like that. So beautiful, beautiful colors over here. I'm still trying to figure out how do well, I kind of know how I'm going to use it, but yes, I must make sure that the journal that I'm going to use it in, it's going to complement this. So that's the embroidery trim. Then she sent this to me, which is label clips by Tim Hall's the ideology part of the, yeah, well, the ideology part. And look at that. I am definitely going to be using those in my journal. So thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I mean, you know, everything was so gorgeous. And then I still have my autumn journal, which I did not complete. And then, I don't know, Karen didn't know that, but look at that. That is perfect for my autumn journal. Beautiful, beautiful images. I just want to leave everything else and go back to my autumn journal. Oh, it's stunning, 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 stunning. And then look at this. I don't know where she got this from, but these gorgeous, gorgeous papers that will work so well with my autumn journal as well. Look at those colors. And then there's even ones with prints on it, like background prints. Wow, really, wow, 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 wow. Look, 2 of each. Okay, you can see that I've been looking at it and oohing and eyeing over it. So I'm definitely going to use at least these 2 here. Firstly in my autumn journal, and then keep these for another journal. So thank you, Karen. And then a very old book on, it's like abbreviations and a dictionary. It's beautiful, but it's, yes, it's not an English dictionary. My word, is it French? I don't know what dictionary this is. Okay, but no, it's not French. It looks more German to me. There's some German like writing here. Okay, wow, I'm definitely going to be using that in my collage work. And then look at all these mandala drawings. Look at that. Now, I'm not sure, because I know Karen does some of this work. I wonder if it's her stuff. I'm not sure. I forgot to ask her. I actually forgot to ask her. I must ask her whether this is her drawings that she made copies of to send it to me. But look at that. How awesome to play with this. Especially when you go on holiday. All you'll need is either, you know, some kind of coloring medium. And you can take this and you can be occupied for hours if you don't, you know, have a lot of space to take anything else. And then look at all these funky fibers. Funky fibers. These are in blues and like dark blues and royal blues and like an aqua black. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And then another one, another lot. This is in like maroons and in lilac and like darkish pinks, but not cerise. Isn't this just amazing? So there's eyelash trim here and another different kind of fiber as well. And Karen used this fiber here to outline one of her heart metal tape items that she made, and it looks absolutely stunning. It just gives it, you know, the metal tape and then this goes on it, and then it just like softens the look of the metal tape and gives it a more romantic look. Okay, so thank you so much, Karen. Thank you. You heard my voice message. I am super thrilled, and please do go and check out Karen's YouTube channel. Okay, and she's also got a specifically to deal with metal tape. It's called tape a tag. Okay, so that's our Facebook page, and yeah, please go and check it out. So I'm going to try and light this, and it'll remind me of Karen as I craft here. There we go. So I don't know whether that's going to be in the right place, but we'll soon find out. Yep, let's see. Okay, so what is today's project about? Today's project is something, well, it's not new at all, but I thought, let's do this today. So I needed some embellishments for my journals, and ephemera for my journals, and I thought, what about creating this 4-pocket, well, it's 3 pockets, but you can actually make it a 4th pocket as well. A 4-pocket or 3-pocket container. Okay, 3 pockets. Okay, so it's like you've got a pocket here. Okay, and I just decorated it with some birds. This year I had a video on it. It's my clusters that I keep on sticky paper. So these are sticker clusters. Okay, so you decorate them, you keep them there, and then when you want to use them, you pull one out and use it. I will link that video as well. I will link that video to the bottom. Okay, so there's one pocket there, and then these were the tags I made in Roxy's weekly challenge. That was week 4, so you can see how they come in handy. And then I had a tutorial on this where I think I said it was using all my scraps, and that is a longer one. So 1, 2, 3 pockets, and then depending on how you glue it down, you can have a 4th pocket. So we're going to do that today. But what we're going to do is I'm going to show you this pocket in three different pieces of paper that we can use to create this pocket, but I will be decorating one of them. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your sheet. Your sheet has to be pretty wide. Okay, so both ways this music paper is wide, right? So it has to be wide because it needs to be folded in 3 firstly. That's number 1. And then it needs to be relatively tall, but you need to look at it in terms of your journal and say, how tall can I go, or how high in my journal can I go? So if this is my journal for my journal page for my Valentine's journal, then obviously this page is way too long. So I would need to then decide how long do I want this, or how tall or how high do I want it in terms of the page. Do I want a pocket? Where's that one? Okay. Do I want a top loading pocket? Do I want a side loading pocket? If I want a top loading pocket, I'm going to cut it much shorter to work with. If I want a side loading pocket, then I can possibly get away with it being quite tall on the page. Okay, so I want a side loading pocket. If I'm going to have to glue this in, I want a side loading pocket. So I'm going to do that, but be careful, don't make it too short, because then you're not going to have a very nice look in terms of the slanted pockets. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll give you some measurements, but depending on the paper that you work with. So this here, I don't have, where's my ruler? Oopsie doopsie, just give me a second. Okay, sorry, seems like my ruler is always on the other side of the room. I have other rulers, but they like, you know, on top of other things, so I'm not going to get them out. Right, so this pocket here measures 19 centimeters tall, or it is 7.5 inches wide, or in centimeters it is about 10.5 centimeters wide, and did I say 7.5 centimeters wide? I meant long, and about 7.5 centimeters, 7.5 inches tall, and 4 inches tall. So 19 and 10 and a half in centimeters, and 7.5 inches tall and 4 inches wide. Sure, that was a lot to get out, especially since it is a Friday today. The work week has just ended, and yeah, I wanted to get the video out. So I'm gonna go back with 19 centimeters. I like that. I like that height, or seven. I think I said 7.5 inches. Yep, 7.5 inches. Okay, so I am going to go with 19 centimeters. I'm just going to make a mark over here for 19 centimeters. I'm only going to cut the height. I am not going to cut the width of the paper because I'm going to use all of it. Okay, so there we go. Let's make a mark here so I know where to cut. Right, sorry, forgot. Didn't tell you what you need. You need pages. Okay, then you need a ruler because your ruler is going to help you. You may or may not need a cutter depending on how wide or how tall, how tall your pages are. And then you'll need glue. Sorry, I'm drinking some water. Glue to glue up the edges, and you'll need ink to ink it up if you want, if you're an inker. And then you probably need some little bits of ephemera to be able to decorate it. Now I kept these pretty yeah, you know, I didn't add any little bits of embellishments on it. So sorry, not ephemera, embellishments. You need embellishments to embellish it. I kept them quite plain here. I could have added some labels and stuff like that, but I'm not one where if it doesn't show, I'm not going to add it. Okay, kind of a thing. But that's just me. All right, you can go ahead and do it if that's your style. Right, so that's basically what you will need, and you'll need a pencil because you're going to use your pencil to mark. Right, so let's take out the big boy in terms of cutting, and let's do this. Let's cut. Okay, and where's my 19 centimeters now? Speak. There's a thing. Okay, so I think I'm going to cut it at 19 centimeters. And then what I'm going to do is, I think while I got this out, let me show you the other pages that I'm going to use. I'm going to try and use this one here. So I think if I look at it, that is just a little bit taller, and I think it might work in my journal. Let me look at it very quickly. Will it work in my journal? No, I think I must cut a little bit off that one as well. So while I'm here, I'm going to cut off the raw edge, and this is coffee stain, so yeah, cut off the raw edge on that one there. And then on this one here, yeah, I think it's well within, no, sorry, something, you were supposed to cut off the raw edge and you were supposed to take some off. So let's take some off on the top. Okay, so I'm making this one 18, and ta-da, about 18 centimeters there. And then this one here, I'm also going to take off the raw edge here like that. And yeah, well, this is about 17.5, so I don't need to take it out anymore. Okay, so that's it. So we've prepared all our pages in terms of the size of it. Now let's see what we need to do. Okay, so sure, is that straight? Yeah, it is. Okay, so now I'm going to look at it and say, all right, how wide is it? This is over 30 centimeters wide. So I'm going to hazard a guess, and I'm going to say, it's about, if I need 3 almost equal parts, I'm going to go to about 10. And I'm going to make a mark here. I'm only going to make a mark on the first 1/3. So I will divide that to 30 centimeters. and into 3 and divide it by 3, and then I will make a mark on the first 1/3, which in my case is 10 centimeters. Then I'm going to take this and I am going to line the edge of this to almost the 10 centimeter mark, in my case over here, to almost the 1/3 mark there. And you can use a bone folder depending on your pages. And then I lined it up there and I folded it, and then this will come through this way. Now you see, got that a little bit wrong because it means that my cover, it's not going to cover fully. So I'm going to just bring it back a little bit, about 2 centimeters back, and then I am going to bring this forward there, and that's it. So when you look at your fold now, remember that this fold here must still not touch this paper over here. Okay, so that fold mustn't touch that paper. So just remember that if you're using, if you're marking it at 1/3, when you're folding your paper, fold it a few, a bit away from the 1/3. All right, so you're very comfortable about the fact that you're not going to fold on the paper, this fold, when you fold this page, and also that this is going to line up with that. Okay, so that's basically it, done and dusted over there. Right, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open your paper out. Open your paper out. Now you're going to measure from there to there. Okay, and what are we measuring from there to there? Now, if I measure from there to there, it's 19 centimeters because we made it at 19. So what is half of 19? It is 9.5. Maths lesson here, ladies. Friday afternoon maths lesson. At the halfway mark, you make a little mark with your pencil. Now, where does this fold end? There's that fold over there. If you want to, you can even mark it with a pin or something like that, just so that you can see it. So there's my fold over there. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to line it up to that fold, even if it's shy of that fold, coming on the left hand side, it's okay, but as much as possible, line it up with that fold there. Line it up with the halfway mark you did, like that, and then you can draw a line to cut it off, or if you want to, okay, you can do it this way. I'm lining it this way, so I'll tear from this angle here now. So I'm lining it like that. Depending on your paper and how easily it tears, you can make you can put a pencil line and cut it out, or in my case, on this one, I probably can tear it. Let's see if I can. Okay, so there's it there, and there's it there, and let's see if I can tear. Yeah, so I can tear it. Hey, if you don't want to tear it, cut it. Right, so now you're left with something that looks like this. Now what you're going to do is you are going to fold it in the opposite direction. Okay, remember you folded it this way, but if you fold it that way, you're not going to get your end. Okay, so now I open it up and I say, right, I'm not folding it that way, I am folding it this way now, like that and that. Can you see that? Like that. Okay, kind of like that. And then that's basically it. That is your pocket, and we're going to add that piece as well. Now, before you do anything else, you can go ahead and add this piece. Now, it was important for you to cut it halfway, because then there's very little cutting if you want to cut off in the back, meaning straighten everything out. Okay, so now what you can do is you can either take your ruler now, because there's a fold over here as well. Now you can take your ruler, you can line it up and say, that's where my fold is. Put my ruler there and either draw a line, or if you're comfortable, tear that part out like that. Okay, so there's your third pocket now coming into being here. Right, so what we're going to do now is that you're going to watch what I'm doing, okay? If you are great at tearing and measuring, perfect. If you are not, then you can follow this method, what I'm doing over here. I'm going to, no, first I'm going to ink it, sorry. I'm going to ink this, okay? I'm going to ink this one. Like this. Going to ink it there. Okay, going to ink it there, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I am just going to run a bead of glue here. It's a little bit harder way than thing, but this you should only do if you know, if you feel that maybe your paper is not cut exactly or whatever. So I'm linking the apex of this paper that we just cut with the apex of the second pocket, line it up, and then also corner to corner here, or edge to edge rather, and line it up like that. Okay, right, so I did that. Now let me tell you why I did that and I didn't glue the entire pocket down, because if I turn this over, I've got a little extra there, okay, because it could very well be my measurement was a bit off, right? So in order to compensate for that measurement, okay, so see, now I can bring my trimmer in and say, right, how much longer is my pocket, that it shouldn't be that long, and then I just trim it down, okay, so that everything meets up now. If you cut perfectly, you know, measure and cut straight, you don't need to do that. But in my case, I'm doing that, and I wanted to show that to you. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to go back and say, righto, I am now going to glue. So now I got another way of gluing. I put a little mark here. I know that's where my paper ends. I know now that I need to glue from here and there. Okay, so my three sides of my pocket are now glued down, kind of like that. Okay, like that. And then now I can go in, I can ink the rest of the edges, and we'll ink all that, but we ink these firstly because these are the ones that are going to start staying down and they become harder to ink. Okay, so you can open them up and ink them like that. Right, so now what? Now what you're going to do is you are going to then say, right, I need to glue this part and I need to glue that part. Okay, so ta-da! Where is my glue thingy? There's my glue thingy. My glue thingy. Glue sheet. Like that. And then there. Alright, so you've glued that part now. Now that part sticks down. Then you're going to open this part and say, I need to glue here and I need to glue here. So you're going to glue down here. Like this. And you're going to glue here. Like that. Okay. And that is it. That's your pocket. Now all you need to do is you need to ink up everywhere if you're an inker, and you need to decorate it. Okay, so let's leave that there. We'll come back to it. Let's do another one. All right, let's do this one now. Okay, so how wide is it now? Let's see. It is 28.5. Oh my greatness, now you're testing me. So that is what? 28.5. So 27 is 9. Okay, so it's about 9.5. So I'm going to go a little bit shy of 9.5. So I'm not going to say 9.5. I'm going to say about 9, just 9.2 or whatever. Make my mark there. Right, and then bring my paper in like that, making sure that everything meets. cut this paper a little bit crooked. Where's that line now? Okay. Yeah, so I'm someone that even with a trimmer I can cut crooked. Okay, and then bring this paper over. Okay, so once again, can you see that? So maybe 9 is a better option than 9.2. So you kind of got to play around with it a little bit to make that kind of, you know, so always don't just glue it. Don't just make sure that you make that crease permanent straight away. Right, so open it up. Yes. Right, so it's far away from the line. I am happy with that. Now I'll make my creases more permanent. Like that. Then go in, open it up. Here, what is the measurement here? Now I don't know how this paper tears, so I can't even cut it down. So this is 18, so 9. Now this one should be exact. And then there's my little line over here. And I'm going to measure to the line, and there, my fold line there, and cut it there. Okay, and now I might actually use a pair of scissors because I'm not sure. I've never torn this paper like that. So, scissor on that. Like this. Okay, cutting on the line. So I hope you are all well and that you are having an awesome week, and you're going to have an awesome weekend. It is raining here in Gauteng in South Africa like crazy the whole day. It has been raining, but I don't complain because I'm one of those people. I love rain. I love rain, but my front garden looks like a pool. I was just saying to my son, I wonder what our pool really looks like, because I haven't gone out to see the pool. Okay, so that's basically how it looks. So if you're off here, you can cut down that little strip there, making sure you don't cut the fold, right? So I'm happy with that. And then I've got this piece that I can line up here, right? Like that and like that. Okay, and I'm just going to tear that off there as well. Okay, so I'm going to tear that here. Oh, use my scissor because I can see the fold there, and do that. Okay, so there we go. If you don't want to glue it, that's fine too. I'll give you another trick if you don't want to glue it, okay? Because I always look to match those folds, those apexes up, and this fold line here. So let's say now I don't want to glue it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my quilting tapes, quilting parts, and I'm gonna add one here like that, turn it over, maybe add 2 here like that and like that. And then I like, oh, this is so negligible, this one here. Cut it better. I cut it better. So if I want, I can just go in here and straighten it up. Man, it is negligible, but you know what? Guess what? The light's shining. I can't really see. So I made it crooked here. Right, that's better. Okay. Cut it crooked, not made it crooked. Alright, so that's that one now. And same story. You can glue this piece, but then it becomes a really tiny pocket. If you want to, you can. No one's stopping you. So, if I look at this one, this writing is upside down here. So just watch that. But it's okay because we're going to cover it. So I'm going to glue here, here, and here. So I'm not going to glue on the slant. Like that. Sorry. Oh, guess what? I forgot to ink this here. So forgive me for not inking it. See now why I have to do these things so many times. Like that. Ink, ink, ink. And ink, ink, ink. Like that. Okay? And then you can ink the rest later. Right. Glue. Just don't glue the slants. And here you don't have to glue 3 sides because you got to fold. Okay. And then I'll do the third one, but I'll speed up the video on the third one. Okay. And then there's the third one over here. Okay, so I am here now. You would have seen me on the fast motion struggling with this paper, and maybe it was a good thing that I took this paper. It is a bit thick, so it was not easy to get the folding right, you know, the third. So you saw me struggling a bit on the paper, but on the other hand, on the bright side, I managed to, you know, be able to get that quite right. So there's actually nothing that is on the other side there. So just watch out how thick your paper is, because the paper can then cause you to find more difficulty, or it can cause it to be more difficult to be able to fold. Okay, all right. So, but nevertheless, that's done. That's done. I will go ahead and ink the edges. Let's decorate this one a bit today. Okay, so I'm only going to decorate it at the bottom, and let's see what we're going to decorate it with. Okay, so just going to put that one there, that, and then pull out some stuff here. Now remember, I told you that I had such an awesome haul. Well, not a haul, I mean order. I had an order that was really huge, so I'm getting to play with some of my stuff, and I'm excited about it. So let's see, that's something that was there. Should we add this there? Now that's cute, but let's see what else. Okay, like that. some of these because the Valentine's journal has all these nice things in it. There's a heart over here, there's that over there. Okay, I think let's get some words or something. That's one. A label, another label. Here's all my words. It's gone. Didn't use all, I know. Let's see what we got to play with here. Okay, so we can do this here, over here. I wish I had a pink one. I know I will have a pink one because nothing over here is blue. Let's add that and make it blue then. Okay, so let's see. Can add that with maybe this over here, like this. Add a little blue flower here, kind of like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to not get it in the way. And should we add like a little tag like that? I think so, but I feel there's something missing over here. So let's do that rather. There. That there. A flower kind of like this. And this tag like that. Kind of like that, and then maybe we'll put something there. Okay, so let's see. First one down is this, like that. Yeah, so very easy pockets today, not difficult at all. Even I can do it. But wait, now we only want to glue this part here, here, and here. Okay, because we want it to be a pocket. Okay, like that. And then our this is going to go, should have not glued the top there, like that. So also we're only going to glue half this pocket, I mean flower, like that, because it must lend itself to the pocket, and this label is so crooked. Okay, so managed to salvage that. Right, cool, like that. And let's see if we've got something to go there quickly. Oh no, no. Let's not put another label. Let's put one of our fancy little die cuts that we use, that I made. And this was a packaging. This was some packaging. So, too big. Some packaging that I had. And, well, I was like, oh, I'm going to use that because it is pink. It is pink. Like that. And one like that, and then maybe one like that. Nope, that don't work. That don't work. Okay, now we'll just put this one here. Like, no, where was the one? This one here, I think. Let's just put this one here like that. Okay, so I'm not going to ink this. I'm just going to add it like here, like that. Kind of. Yes, done. Done, done, done. Oh, yeah, this is packaging, so I must add extra glue here. Maybe a little bit extra glue here. Like that. And then let's move all these out here because we are not going to use them now. Just put that on that side. So what do we have if we have to put some stuff in it? Let's see. What about putting this? Yeah. Yep. I'm going to put that there. Don't ask me what T stands for, but it's going there. It's going here like that because there is a little opening there for that heart. There, done. Now it looks a little bit more complete. Right, so what do we have? Okay, we have a pocket within a pocket, but I'm just trying to show you how it'll look. I won't put that pocket in there. Okay, we have this that can go in there. Maybe this. Sorry, I'm just pulling out from the sides over here. Something like that, and maybe something like that because this is higher. This part is higher, so that can go there. And then you can add this here, and then this one over here. Exactly. And then if we have to put it in our journal, ta-da, 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 let's see, like this, then we can glue it like this, 1, 2, 3 sides, and then we can add, I don't know, let's see what I just got here, something in there. So how cool is that now? I like that. I'm going to use that. Maybe not there, but I'm definitely going to use that. Okay, great stuff. Done and dusted. So what did we do today? We made these tags over here. I mean, we made these pockets here, and we did a few, just trying to neaten up so you can see better. We made pockets, right? So we made 2 out of music paper because one was my prototype, to show this to you. So we said on this one we had that one in there like that. Here we had these 2, 1, 2, you can even put 1, maybe 1 because it seems like it's a bit tight. Let's see if 2 will go in. 2 should go in. I don't know what's holding it here because it was in. Okay, you know what? It's saying no to me. I need to listen to it. And then that one over there. And maybe that one over there. Okay. And I'll see why, because this one went in before. I'm not sure why. Okay, so that's those 2. One is a botanical themed one, and then One is my one for my journal, and then we made it with some maths papers, exam papers here. And then we made it with a book page, but this book page was a little bit thick and it gave me a little bit of issues, but it's done. So I hope that I have inspired you to create these pockets. The nice thing about them, they afford a lot of journaling space, you know, when you add your items to it, your journal cards to it, or tags. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing if you like this content. And also, what are we going to call this? 1, 2, 3 try pocket. Try pocket. Okay, so that's your word. If you've watched this till the end, try pocket. That is what you're going to comment on, if you'd like to. Okay, and any other comments are welcome as well. And then also, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. That's it, everybody. I hope you take I hope that you will take care, that you will enjoy the weekend, and I will see you either on Monday or on Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Take care. Lots of love from me, Anthony at Sunny Creates. But most importantly, have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.